Now, this was a drama I was like, I ain't sure if I'm watching because I'm all about the rom-coms and the family dramas and stuff like that. I like a little suspense here and there, but sometimes if it's a little too gory or a little too this, just in general, not even just for Korean stuff, Korean content, I just don't like that kind of stuff usually in general. But I did watch Squid Game. I did. And yeah, it had some moments where I was like covering my eyes, not gonna lie. But it had a storyline that intrigued me, that was different, and did really just didn't expect to like it. Went into it, I knew it was all the hype and and it was definitely hype, and especially for people who usually don't watch Korean dramas, and I'm thinking, you guys is all hype. Okay. And I'm thankful that the content is getting noticed, but as somebody who's been watching them for what, almost 20 years now, give or take a few years, you know, I'm in this. I'm a lifer. I love it. So I wasn't sure, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it, see what the hype is. I definitely didn't watch it when everybody first started watching it. And there was some moments where I was like, ooh, okay, I'm sure I want to watch this. But the storyline actually was intriguing to me, and I wanted to know what was going to happen. But ooh, I'm telling you, money brings out ugly in people. And this watching this was like, maybe I'm gonna be okay. Just, I'm doing all right. I'm comfortable. Because money can make people ugly. And I think about the scenes where, well, that one lady who said she had just had a baby, she was a hot mess. But then she latched on to crazy dude who was ruthless. But then he burned her like a hot potato. But she told him, you will pay if you double cross me. And she did. And you had the guy who was when they was doing a marble game. Did y'all feel how I felt when he gave him that bag and said it was the marbles, but it wasn't? And he really talked him into, you was losing. You was going to lose, and you conned him and cheated him and talked him into this crazy thing that you claim would work. That broke me. I was so upset and so hurt that he did that to him. But it just shows you how money can make people ugly and do ruthless things. And then number one, really? Really? It was you? Wow. And you know what else? I don't know about nobody else. Tell me what y'all think on this part. If you won the money, because dude was the last man standing, would you spend it or would you let it sit in the bank? I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have let it sit in the bank. I ain't saying I had to deplete it, but I wouldn't have been living like I didn't have money either. After all I went through, I'm going to use the money. I mean, to each his own, but I don't know about that part. And I also don't know about going back to the goddamn game. Get on the plane, dude. Go see your daughter. Really? Go. And then oh God, and the cop, the detective dude, your brother. Wow, that had to hurt. Finding out that he was like a part of this whole mess. I mean, it definitely, it was a lot of takeaways for me, as crazy and as ruthless as it was. But it definitely was some takeaways like, money really is the root of all evil. And it can change people and it can make people do crazy things and off the wall stuff. Because the old dude, like, you came up with this game? And the crazy people, the spectators, the VIPs, this is nuts. These people are just so indispensable to you. Oh, you got money. Just, they didn't win. Bam. You just knocking them off. Pop, pop, pop. The red 1, 2, 3 red light game, when they was plucking them off like flies, if she turned and saw you make a movement, that in itself. And then when y'all left the game, did you see how many came back? I'm sure they all had their reasons. But after getting plucked off and watch it, they never say never. But watching it, I felt like I wouldn't have went back. But then again, if you feel like you don't have nothing to lose, I guess you go back. I don't know. But anyway, I ended up enjoying it. Long story short, I ended up enjoying it more than I thought that I would. I must say that. Like I said, definitely some scenes was a bit much for me, but the storyline itself. Now, of course, everybody's like saying it's got to be a two. It's got to be a two, a season two, And the fact that this was on Netflix, yeah, it'll probably be a season two because Netflix. I'm so thankful Netflix is, picking up some of the slack as far, not picking up the slack, but, having more Korean content like that. I'm thrilled about that. But I'm going to say the rest for another video because that's going to be a whole video, not a short video in itself. So in any event, Squid Game, my rating, I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm only not giving it 5 just because, I'm not into some of the scenes were a bit much for me. So I knocked it down a notch. But as far as some of the storyline and stuff, I did enjoy it. So this is Philly Pre saying I watched it. Yes, Squid Game on Netflix. And I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm pretty sure everybody's watched it at this point. But then maybe not. There might be that one lone person who hasn't seen it yet. And if you like that kind of stuff, I do recommend it. I would say give it a shot. So this is me saying until next time, guys. Bye.